week is a big week in sports. Obviously, we got the NBA Conference Finals, the NHL Conference Finals, and of course, the annual Scripps National Spelling Bee, which I love. I always go back and forth on whether or not the kids are athletes. On the one hand, they're highly skilled and competitive. On the other, they spell everything right. Of course, the surest way to figure out if something is a sport or not is to see if you can gamble on it, and you used to be able to. It was the best way to profit off the hard work of children besides investing in Apple. The bets you could make were mostly prop bets, stuff like what gender the winner would be, whether or not they would be homeschooled, or if they'd be wearing glasses. In case you're wondering, the correct answers there are female, yes, and obviously. But this year it's been hard to find any of those illegal gambling sites that give odds on the bee, which is garbage and makes a mockery of all the hard work these kids put into their sport. So I did my homework and I read up on this year's contestants, and I'm going to give you guys the odds you so desperately crave. Yes. Right? Yeah. You're excited as I'm excited. First, let's look at my long shot, 6-year-old Akash. Now, some might say he's too young to be champ, but I say age ain't nothing but a number, and this competition is about letters. Says here in his bio that he was drawn to the English language as a baby, weren't we all? And he participated in his first spelling bee when he was just 2.5 years old. How does such a young kid spell such complicated words?
As I say the letters come out of my mind, and I say the first letter every time the letters come out.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? He enjoys studying geography and jumping on trampolines. I'm giving Akash 25-1 odds to win it all next year, because right before we finished taping this, he got eliminated. But it was bacteriolytic? Come on. The kid before him got mimosa. Anyway, let's look at my emotional favorite, 13-year-old Ella. Not only does Ella list Green Day as one of her favorite bands, but she also plays bass in an all-girl rock band named Misnomers. And according to her bio, she's sure she's going to make a difference in the world someday, but for now, she doesn't have a clue as to how. So basically, this 13-year-old is cooler and more self-aware than any of us. She says she can think of only one word to describe herself, N-E-R-D-Y, but Ella, I can think of another, BFF. Let's give Ella 10-1 odds to take this home. And finally, I'm going to give you the sure shot best bet, 13-year-old Sneha. She takes jazz, contemporary, and ballet dance lessons, so she's quick on her feet. She started as a kindergartner spelling against 5th graders, and she went on to win the school Spanish spelling bee 4 consecutive times. Como se dice dynasty? She won the Central Valley Regional Bee in 2015 and 2016 and tied for 4th in last year's Scripps. The story writes itself. Sneha is 2012 LeBron. We're going to give her 2-1 odds to fulfill her destiny. So, guys, you're welcome. Those are my bets. All the money on Akash next year.